Hi everybody. This afternoon with Mr. Voss here in Computers 8, you're going to be asked to continue Lesson 4 from code.org. Last time in class, about half of you completed the required activities here in Lesson 4 from Unit 3. Remember, the required activities here in Unit 3, Lesson 4, which dealt with shapes and randomizations in Game Lab, were number 4, number 6, number 7 and 8, which go together, and number 11. Finally, number 12 is the summative activity. Now, once you get those done today, if you hadn't shown them to me last time, just hang on to them and we'll look at them on Monday in class. I'll check them off at that point. And for everybody, once you finish up Unit 3, Lesson 4, the expectation is to then work on your career exploration project, which of course replaced the passion project. There's a folder right inside of Schoology in your Computers 8 course called Career Exploration Passion Project Computers 8 Component. When you open the assignment, the rubric follows, and this link here that says directions will open up the direction sheet, which by now you should have seen. A quick review of what you need to do for this project. You have to have 3 careers. You have to explore 3 careers. Any 3 careers. Now the suggestion is that they should come from the top 10 in your career matchmaker. If you go to career cruising and look at your most recent career matchmaker, you probably have a top 40 list of suggested careers, and these are only suggestions, remember. But ideally you pick 2 of them to research from your top 10, and then a third one can come from anywhere. However, I've told the other classes, if you don't like any of them in your top 10, or maybe you only like one of them in your top 10, then feel free to look at some other ones as well. But you do need to pick 3 careers like it says here. The careers cannot be professional athlete, homemaker, or model, so don't use those. The letter to an expert only needs to be written to one person representing one career. You do not have to have 3 letters to the experts. And this letter has nothing to do, by the way, this entire project, by the way, has nothing to do with your argument paper for ELA 8. Totally different things. The research itself for the careers project is laid out pretty nicely on this direction sheet. We basically need a description of the career, what they do, related careers, what hours they work, the type of education, schooling, or training that you'd need, the pay range, career advancement opportunities, employment and living locations, job benefits, job drawbacks, and illustrations, pictures of people in that career. Now, most of this information, you can find it right in Career Cruising. If I was going to pick my number 2, adoption counselor, and click on it, it takes me to career information about that particular career. If I click on these links on the left, this is super important over here, but at a glance gives you a lot of this required information in one place. For example, it gives me a couple sentences about what an adoption counselor does. It gives me the earnings range right here. It gives me the level of education. Down below, it lists core tasks, like what somebody in this career actually does, some attributes and abilities of people who go into that career, qualities that you need to be successful there. It even has a description of the workplace. Now, if you want even more detailed information to satisfy these requirements, you can look over here on the left. It usually starts you here under suitable for you based on your career matchmaker results. But at a glance is where I went to for the basic information. And then you can go into even more detailed job descriptions. If you click there, there's a nice big job description, every detail you'd ever want to know probably. Here's specifics about the working conditions, more details. Here's a more detailed write-up of the earnings and the earnings ranges, including the wages that you'd expect to make in this occupation in Wisconsin. And you can even choose other states. They also have the job outlook for how many people are employed in this now or as of a few years ago, and what it's expected to be in 2024. If you click education, here's more information about what type of educational programs you need to enroll in order to do this. A sample career path talks about getting into the career, what money you'd expect to make, and how you'd move up to what they might call a level 2 or a more advanced version of the job, or even a more experienced level 3. So this will help you in the career advancement part of this right here, letter D. Related careers, that's one of the things that you need to mention as well. Right there, related careers. That's found right here under the link that says related careers. Here they are. They're listed right in this area. And career clusters are listed as well, the career cluster that that career belongs to. Finally, there's other resources as well as interviews with people who are actually in that related career field. Again, career cruising is your best place to go to get most of the information that you need for this project. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. As you scroll down this direction sheet, there's the rubric once again that explains how it's going to be graded. It will be graded in computers class. It will go as a 100-point summative activity. All right. Down below, if you keep scrolling, there's just a sample of, you might put your more preferred career, your favorite, one of the three in the middle, and then put information about one career on that side, one on that side, add in your pictures, add in your letter to an expert or whatever. Okay. Again, the expectation is today in class, you're finding out this information. Again, use career cruising. These are due the third week in May. All right. So we're going to be grading these, actually presenting them in class on May 20th and 21st. So let's set a due date of May 17th to get these, including the display boards, all done. Stay on task and be good. We'll talk again on Monday.